What's going on, everybody? Good morning, happy Wednesday. So today I've got a Freightliner Cascadia DD13. Came in here for an oil change and it needs a little bit of TLC, so we're gonna hook our customer up today. Customer's name is Gary. He's kind of going through something. He's getting back on his feet. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna swap out the surge tank for him. I've got one in stock. We're working with an aftermarket brand. We're gonna try things out. Definitely save him some money. As you can tell, this thing has seen better days. Look at that. And that's actually where it's leaking from. So once it pressurizes, it kind of starts to get a little spritz. Summer's coming, or it's here. I mean, shit. This thing's, you know, not long. It's not long for this world. So we're gonna get rid of this thing. I'm also gonna do a little something for him. You're gonna see the world famous oil seals. These sons of guns always leak, so we're gonna replace all those seals for him. Again, he's coming in for the oil change, but we're gonna do a little something extra to help this guy out. Again, he's getting back on his feet. So, new air filter, new expansion surge tank. We're gonna replace all of those seals, but first thing first, we're doing the oil change. So we already got the oil filter in there. Chavo's down there tightening down the plug, and then we're gonna go ahead and get our 10 gallons of motor oil. So we're gonna start it up. Once we do that, we're gonna change out the fuel filters, and then last we're gonna go ahead and service those seals. So, like I said, a little something to help him out, get him back on his feet. Let's see what we can do. I'll show you guys the progress as we go along. So we're gonna have to dump some of that coolant out. Again, be careful with the drain down here on the radiator. It's got that weird plastic drain that sometimes when you take it out and you put it back in, it doesn't seal up properly and then it still leaks. So anyway, so we're gonna get this thing going right now. What I wanna do is get 10 gallons of motor oil in there, nice and fresh. Gonna fire it up, make sure we got good oil pressure, and once we do, then we're gonna jump over to the fuel system. Okay, so I'll keep you all posted. lo voy a echar a andar, ¿ok?
Esa la bandeja nueva, ¿dónde quedaría?
¿Cuál de todas, mi chavo?
La que compraste, la última.
¿La grande?
Sí, la nueva.
¿No está allá? ¿Desapareció o qué? Ahorita veo, chavo. Solamente que esté ahí atrás en el shop. Alrighty guys, so we got 10 gallons of motor oil, nice and fresh, new oil filter. We're gonna go ahead and fire up the truck, make sure we got good oil pressure, and then we're gonna go ahead and swap out the air filter. Once we're done there, we're gonna go ahead and start draining some antifreeze out so that we can replace the surge tank. I gotta go to Freightliner and pick that up. We're gonna go aftermarket on it. Like I said, we gotta save some money. You can go OEM. Last I checked, there were almost 500 bucks for the OEM one, so you decide. We're still going to work on these fuel lines. We're going to swap out all 6 of the seals, and then we're going to do, of course, the fuel filter service. So let's take this out of the way. We're going to fire up this truck. Got to check engine light, got a malfunction light. Truck has, how many miles does this thing have? There we go, 402,000 miles on it, right? Here's our oil pressure, make sure we're in neutral. Let's go ahead and verify that. There we go, look at that. There we go. So that's good, that's done. I'm gonna leave that alone for now. What I'm gonna do next is we're gonna go ahead and next thing we're gonna do is start working on the fuel or the coolant system. Either way, it's gonna get done. When he gets his truck back, he's gonna be a much happier guy and not have to worry about shit, especially getting back on his feet. So let's try a little bit of the that doesn't really work in there, did it? This thing is leaking from everywhere, guys. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick this up, but you can see that little spray pattern. You can see something over here. So this thing is definitely starting to give out. See my fingernails actually making a little impression on there. But look at this. You can see that? Bounces. Not supposed to do that. This thing is ready to go. So we're gonna replace this for him. Let's get a new air filter in there. Let's get this guy, like I said, up and running. One less thing to worry about, baby. So here's the air filter. You can see the date on there, October 16th, 19. So that's probably 2019. Damn. Let's see. Not terrible. I've seen a lot worse. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get a brand new one in there. That's junk. She's coming along nicely, guys. Very nice. Alrighty guys, as you can see, almost done. Got the expansion tank installed. We just got to connect some hoses, put some new clamps, secure everything into place, and then we are all done. Add some antifreeze in there, fire it up, make sure we got no leaks, and then we're gonna move on to the injector seals. So we're gonna get that squared away. Everyone say what's up to Chavo. Chavo, saluda. All right guys, so this thing's coming along nicely. So once we get the coolant in, we're gonna make sure we have no leaks, number one. Number two, we're gonna start it up. Again, make sure we have no leaks. Once we're all done there, we're gonna shut it down, and we're gonna go ahead and remove the injector fuel lines, all 6 of them, replace all 6 seals, and then we're gonna replace the fuel filters. So once we do that, then we'll go ahead and pressurize the fuel system, make sure there's no issues. There's our little port that we use. We're going to use that Davco priming pump that we have. Get this truck fired up, and then Gary's going to be ready to go from there. So let's see what we got. Let's keep going. Alrighty guys, check this out. So we are almost done. Got all the injector line seals, right? There's 6 of them. All of them are installed. Everything's torqued down. Each one is torqued down to 30 foot-pounds. The little bolts, I think it's 5-inch or 7-inch foot-pounds, something like that. Very, very small, so be careful with it. Don't overdo those. But again, the actual fuel line that goes from the rail to each injector is 30 foot-pounds. Now, one of the things I want to do really quick is add some of this cross-check torque seal. I've seen some of the guys at the dealership. A buddy of mine that works for Penske, or not Penske, he worked for Ryder. Anyway, they use this. I kind of liked it. I like the idea behind it, right? So I purchased it from Kimball West. It's available blue, orange, yellow, pink, and I forgot whatever other color. I kind of went with blue because it looks pretty cool, and orange because it's a high visibility thing. And what I'm going to do is actually mark the fuel line. So like I said, I've seen guys from the dealership, they do it. TAT Express out there in Texas, I like their videos a lot. I like the work that they do, so I kind of want to follow that, and just makes a good visual inspection. So once everything's torqued, you're going to just grab a little bit of the ink. As a matter of fact, let's do that right now, and let's see what it looks like. Alrighty guys, so I myself have never used this, and again, I guess it's just a little jab. Let's find out. There you go. I hope that kind of helps out. I think it's supposed to dry. There we go. It's almost like a glue or a gel. There we go. I'm just going to kind of go all the way down the line here. Now, you don't have to do something like this, right? But again, it gives you a nice little visual on if it was already done. So I like it. It looks pretty cool. Again, just a good habit to kind of get into. So we're marking all of them on there. And again, I'm going to give a little shout out to my primo Eddie from works for the city now, but anyway, he worked over for Ryder, and he gave me the little heads up on that stuff. So I like it. I like the way it looks. And again, TAT Express, their videos are great. So I just want to do something like that, a little visual cue, right? So the guy behind you, or one of your guys next to you, if they see it, they're like, oh yeah, this was already done. So anyway, just a little something like that. Pretty cool. Anyway, let's finish up the video. Let's get Gary's truck up and running. So we're finishing up the fuel filters. We're going to prime the fuel system. This is what we use to prime. It's made by Davco. It's made specifically for the DD15. You can set up the PSI to 50 PSI or to 95 PSI. When we're priming this system, I like to go 95, just so we're getting everything nice and pressurized. Again, air is the enemy when it comes to these engines. Don't know why, that's just the way they're designed. So let's get the fuel filters in, let's prime it, let's fire it up, make sure everything's good, and get this guy back on the road. All right guys, truck is all done. Got all 6 seals replaced, new surge tank, added the antifreeze, probably need to top it off a little bit more. The truck is good. I've got no more coolant leaks. Hopefully we've got no more oil leaks. The only thing we do have generating that's popping up is a code for DEF pressure, or DEF no pressure, DEF low pressure, whatever. Right now I did a little ADS self check, and unfortunately the pump is not responding. So either we have a bad pump issue or something else is going on here. I don't know yet. But anyway, so that's the video itself, guys. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.